Okay. We are live in the 7-5. Alright, let me just go ahead and share this. Alright, now that I got that shared up, let's do the copy. Let's go ahead and copy this link. Send it over to Telegram. Don't care. Paste. All right. We are live. Let's make sure OBS is running properly. Let's close this up. All right. All right, so let's dive into these charts. Let me pull up YouTube. What's good, bro? What is good? We're gonna be diving into these charts here in a second, so go ahead and give me just a second. Cancel. Here we go. All right, so let's go over to these charts. Yeah, it feels good to be back. I'm glad to finally be back active and up on the charts. These are not my charts. Hold on. Let's redo this. Let's go ahead and sign in here. Give me 1 second to get all signed in here. So let's go like this. Interact. Let me sign in here. $95. How have you guys been? How's your trading been as of recently? Bus. All right, verify. There we go. I don't know why it got me on light mode here. All right, can you guys see? Oh, you guys could already see my charts. All right. We're going to go ahead and we're going to get active. Let me just change this real quick so that we can get back to the dark logo, because I don't know why this is. There we go. All right. Let's get to these charts. All right, so the first chart we're going to start off with is the DXY. So I did mention that we could likely see a corrective structure happen for the DXY, even if price goes to break these tops and create new highs. I do believe that the DXY is overextended. Let's take a look at this on the daily time frame here. We can see the daily time frame, the previous daily has no bottom wick, so no bottom wick currently. we do have an impulsive move up followed by this corrective structure. So impulsive move up, impulsive move up, corrective structure back down. You can see within this area price had low and slow volume. Then we had another impulsive move up, corrective structure. We got another impulsive move up. We've just broken and cleared these highs up here, which was the overall target. But now I believe that it's likely we could see a corrective structure begin to form for the DXY before we see an initial other bullish spike up to clear this imbalance up here. Now if we take a zoom out here, you can see that price had created lower lows and lower highs, and then we broke out of these highs. As you can see, price went and broke this top high up here, creating a new high. So once we broke this high, this now becomes our key low. So the key low that doesn't need to be broken in order for this structure to remain bullish. Now what we can see happen is price came back down, tapped into a key level of demand, and from this key level of demand here on the daily time frame, we've gotten a bullish spike up, one bullish push up, a corrective structure, an initial bullish push up. We just now have cleared these highs, which is a good indication that price is continuing on the bullish trend in the direction of the current market structure. So where could we anticipate price to go long term? We would anticipate price to come back up here and target these highs in the direction of the current trend. Why do I expect that we would get a corrective structure beforehand? Is because we had this impulsive move up here that has yet to be corrected. So what we want to see, and what I personally would like to see, is a corrective structure form here on this 1 hour time frame to clear some of this imbalance that we have to our left hand side. I think that getting in on buy positions is riskier because we are due for a corrective structure eventually, and this leg right here for the DXY is just overextended. And I don't want to have to bother with any of that. I think as we have a higher probability setup waiting for our corrective structure and this imbalance to get filled. Now, if the start of the new daily, this daily closes bullish, and we don't see any type of rejection off of this current level here, and we just get a impulsive, I guess you could say, move up, I still will wait for a slight corrective structure before looking to get in on buys. As of right now, I'm inclined to potential sell positions for the correction of this current volume that we have here. So if we take a look at EURUSD, likewise with EURUSD, I still am waiting for a correction of this impulsive move down that we've had that just created a new low. So price has been creating lower lows and lower highs within this bearish wave here. We can see indicated by this low here, this lower high, and then we just broke this previous low, making this our previous key low. But now we're coming down here to form our key low. This is our key high. As long as this key high isn't broken, then this structure will remain bearish in the direction of the current downtrend. But it's likely that we get a correction of this move up, or of this move down, shall I say, before we see a continued bigger fall off down. Now, right now, as of now, price is just going down here to form this key low that we're looking for, and we want to see some type of rejection off of that level. Even if price goes down to clear these lows here and we tap into supply here, I won't look to sell this off of this extension. I just want to get the corrective structure back up before looking to hop in on sell positions down, because like I said, just like with the DXY, I believe price is in fact overextended. So if we take a look here on gold, we got a form of a corrective structure here on gold, and then a continued bearish push to the downside. If we zoom out here, you can see that market structure has been relatively kind of sideways these past couple of weeks, but more recently we have had a creation of a new high. So this has indicated to me that price is now potentially going to be bullish, whereas our key low is at the previous low that was formed here. So this is our key low. This is now becoming our key high where we would look for price to target in the future. But as of right now, market volume is wiping out these lows here, and as long as our key low isn't taken out, this structure can remain potentially bullish. Volume is to the downside right now, so we're not looking to just buy this. Price is currently like a falling knife. Not gonna look to just buy on market execution there. We're just gonna wait for our potential buy setup. Now let's take a look at NZD/USD. NZD/USD has reached a key level. That is important to mention and to note. Now with NZD/USD, we talked about it, or I talked about it this morning. I sent briefly the setup that I'm expecting for NZD/USD. We had this impulsive move down, followed by a break of a new high right here. So we broke this previous high because price came down, created a low, created a lower high, created a new low, breaking this low here. Then we pushed up, we broke this high. Volume is to the downside, so we're not looking to just buy this off of the market resistance here. We want to see some type of rejection off of this area to confirm that price is going up. And that it will fill this imbalance to the upside here. All we're looking for is this huge imbalance to get filled here to the upside. And if price goes down to break this low again, we will have to wait for then our change of character to be formed on this smaller time frame here before we look to execute on potential buy positions. Now, it's important to note that this will be a corrective structure because we have an impulsive move, which is in the direction of the current trend, which has been relatively down. So we have impulsive move, corrective structure, slow forming corrective structure, and now another impulsive move down, and we're looking for this impulsive move to get corrected. I spoke on it last week here, and I'm not sure if I can pull a telegram up, but we're gonna pull up the DXY. We spoke on how price had this huge imbalance here to our left hand side on Friday prior to the release of NFP. Now this is on my due diligence and not understanding that Friday was in fact NFP, because I said that this was a move that we could likely see, this bullish move was something that we could likely see early on in this current week. But with the volume from NFP, we know we got this impulsive move to the downside from FOMC. We got it corrected by NFP on Friday, which signified this bullish spike here, which was anticipated based on structure. So it's important to note that despite price being as bullish as it was, and you know, all the volume that we had in the markets, this was based on structure. Price was expected to go back up and correct this volume here, just as price is expected to correct this impulse move that we had going up. Though price is extending and we're starting to see it slow up here, and it's extending to our key resistance level on the larger time frame, we could start to see this flip from these current levels. So specifically what I want to look at is UJ. UJ has the biggest imbalance here to the downside. Now we had an impulsive move up, a corrective structure down, and then another impulsive move up following NFP. How are we able to differentiate an impulsive move from now a corrective structure move? Well, you can count specifically, you can count the candles, or you can, let's go to the 4-hour time frame so we can see this a little bit clearer. You can count the candles from this low to this high up here. It took relatively, let's see, from here to here, it took 28 bars. So to make this impulsive move up, it took roughly 28 4-hour candles. To correct nearly, let's see, this is the Phipps tool. So we got a 61.8% correction. So 61% of this move had got corrected, and it took relatively 56 days to correct something that only took 28 days. So it took 2 times to correct just 50% than it did this initial move up. That goes to show us that volume is in the direction of the bullish market. But that doesn't mean that just because we have this bullish impulsive wave up, that price is just going to continue to just go up indefinitely. That's not how price works. Generally, we get our impulsive move, then we get a corrective structure, followed by another impulsive move. So what I'm anticipating here is for now a corrective structure to form to correct some of this impulsive move, and it doesn't have to correct the full move because we understand that the market structure is in fact bullish. But I do want to see a full-on corrective structure to form, price to break through these lows, we get a retest, and then a steeper move back down before we then get our second, I guess you can call it our third leg, because it'll be, we got 1, 2, 3, so we got 1, 2, 3, our fourth leg. So before we get our fourth bullish leg, I want to see a corrective structure form to take out these lows and give us some of this imbalance to the downside back before we see now another impulsive move. Where can we expect price to go? Well, price can overall target these near 150 levels. I'm not opposed to price being bullish. I'm just opposed to price being bullish prior to a corrective structure. And we want to generally make sure that we get in the direction of the trend, and we ride price in the direction of the trend, because that'll give us our highest risk to reward setups as far as, you know, being able to capitalize. Now, it's important to note, and I want everybody to be aware of this, that JPY pairs specifically move the best during the Asian session. So that'll be later tonight. So if I'm expecting a big move on USD JPY or on any of these JPY pairs where we're expecting this corrective structure down, you can already see it happening here for NJ. We had a push up, price pushed into a resistance level, came down, created a low, created a lower high, and if we can see this break down below, we can see this fill this imbalance to the downside. Likewise with GBP JPY. GBP JPY has already started to fill this imbalance to the downside. We can see with this impulsive move here, we had a high created, a low, a lower high, a lower low, a lower high that didn't break this key previous high, and then we got an impulsive move to the downside. That is a good sign, and that's what essentially I want to be looking for as far as USD JPY. AUD JPY likewise. We have this high that's created, which is at a key resistance in the market. We had that level right there that's got created at a key resistance in the market. We came down, we formed a low, price came up and formed a lower high, and now we're starting to see price mosey on down to the downside. It's likely that we can see a push down, and I want to see an impulsive move back down for price to correct this volume that we had here to our left hand side and in the direction of the current, you know, market trend, which has been, once it broke out of here, breaking these lows here. Once we broke out of here, formed a corrective structure, and we got this impulsive move down, that will solidify that price is now going from a bullish trend to now a bearish trend, and we want to be inside of that bearish trend and make sure that we capitalize at the utmost level to get in on this, essentially this bearish trend. So what I'll be looking for, if these lows are broken here, I definitely want to see this low get taken out here. So we're going to set an alert here at this level. AD JPY break of new low. Once we get that break of that low there, I would want to see, goodness gracious, what's going on? I don't know why my chart is freezing. Give me 1